Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Right, I tried to get the OBS going today, and it worked, but it was very very laggy. So I've kind of just stuck with what I did yesterday. I know the quality is awful. I am going to figure it out, but it's this or nothing at the moment. I'm afraid. I reviewed the quality myself, and it was it's not great, but I mean you can still see what's happening at least, right? That's the main thing. Yeah. Wow, what's happening? Okay, so we gotta go out. See what's better. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I think so. I mean, honestly, I think I just need a new setup. The OBS issue is, I think it's a processing issue. I just got too much clutter on this computer, so I've got to sort it out. All right, let's have a look. We have got our window open over here. It's either going to be 20 lots or 10 lots, depending on the size I want to actually trade. All right. It is time to trade, people. Let's see what we get. Wow. Wow, it is. It is choppy. Choppy. I mean, what do you expect? Opening candle is always going to be choppy, isn't it? Going for a 50 point stop. Okay, first trade is a loser. Kind of was expecting that one. It was such a big push down initially. But like I said, 3 trades a day, guys. That's how we roll. So we've got a bit of catching up to do on this one. Not a train wreck. We have had. It's been a tough week, that's for sure. Not been the best of weeks, but that's how it goes, right? We have good weeks and we have not so good weeks.
The more you ask the universe, the less you will receive. Here's how to make your manifestations work.
Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm going a bit more aggressive now, guys. I'm going with a 25-point stop, so it's going to be 20 lots or 20 contracts, however you want to look at it.
For just $67, you can generate as many videos as you want and never have to worry about showing your face on camera or using complex editing tools. With only a few clicks with Clip.B, you can generate a high-converting video clip just like the one you're watching right now. In fact, I'm so confident you'll love it, you can try.
Obviously, we got some big news coming up later today. Federal funds and then FOMC. Really big news. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye out on that. If you train prop firms, I'd make sure you're out for that. Okay, I've gone in on this one. Sorry, I realized I'd switched the screen to just hold that. Let me just show you guys. Okay, well, it's not letting me change it now, so okay, well, we lost that one anyway. So that's 2 losses today, guys. One last chance.
Get away from this, baby, just step back, yeah. Just leave this night, please don't look back, yeah. Get away from this, baby, just step back, yeah. Just leave this night, please don't look back, yeah.
Hey traders, we've got a rule change at Top 1 Futures. Now the good news is it is a
Baby, I'm wasted all
Testing 1, 2.
You just blew your challenge. Your account is gone. The money's gone. And now you're sitting there staring at the checkout.
I get it, you don't wanna see me. I get it, you don't wanna see me. Nowadays, I don't really wanna be me. It's safe to say I've been bleeding. I see your face when I'm sleeping. I typed 100 texts before deleting, but I get it, you don't wanna see me. No, I totally get it. You don't wanna see me, but I really need you. Fuck.
Hey, Neothesis, I've just seen you come online. What's up, man? No, not winning. 2 losers at the moment. I've got 1 trade to go. But if I'm winning at something, it's sticking to the plan. That's all we can do, right?
I just wanna go back to that place. Lights they hit my face, and I see your face. I need to escape, it's way too late. I'm running away. I just need a break, or I just need to change your way. Yeah, I'm not away, and I'm not away if I gotta wait for you. I'm not away if I gotta wait for you. I'm not away if I gotta wait for you, babe. I'm not away if I gotta wait for you. I'm not away if I gotta wait for you, babe. Lights in my face, I don't wanna taste. I just wanna go back to that place. Lights they hit my face, and I see your face. I need to escape, it's way too late. I'm running away. I just need a break, or I just need to change your way. Yeah, I'm not away, and I'm not away if I gotta wait for you. I'm not away if I gotta wait for you.
Yeah, so I'm essentially using YouTube at the moment for my basically keeping track of all my trades rather than putting it in a spreadsheet. a lazy man's guide to tracking your trades. YouTube does it for free for you, so pretty cool, huh?
Wait for you, babe.
Right, if we get a break of this high, I'm gonna go in. If I get one more trade in and it is a winner, I will trade again. Yeah, it's been a tough few days, that's for sure. The market has not been playing nicely, but we have got news later as well. So I think today the markets are a little bit kind of holding for the news. Well, let's have a look what happens here. If we break this, I'm going 10 seconds. Nope. Did not break. I think if we can actually have a sweep of the low and then hit the high, then that'll be even a better setup to go in on. Got another chance. I'm actually going to stick to the 50 stop, just because it gives us a little bit more protection. I have been doing a lot of back testing on the 25-point stop. You can see how when market is a little bit moving a little bit more, it doesn't give you much protection. But yeah, what are we on? 34 seconds. So we are going to stick to the 50 stop. I'm just going to keep an eye on this one. Once the trade's over as well, I'll quickly show you the back testing I've done. There's a pretty cool back testing tool I use, which actually allows you to take prop firm challenges, and I'm actually going to be doing a video on it soon. Still not quite there, to be honest. I want to see a clean break. Hey, Neothesis, let me know, is that music too loud? I can turn it off or down.
Don't upload your song before this last step. Mastering makes your track sound finished and full, so it doesn't feel small next to commercial releases. Remasterify handles the whole mastering process for you. When you upload your finished mix, its AI analyzes your mix and builds a master.
Yeah, likewise, man. I'm happy the notifications are working. Had a bit of trouble with those for a while.
Loudness and dynamics together. Just upload your mix and hear the difference yourself.
What if you could make a song using only your voice? Let's start with the drums. I'm gonna hit drums and click cover. Yes. This is good. Okay, perfect. I feel like the song needs a rhythm guitar. Run, dun, 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 dun.
The horizon pulls me closer, a whisper in the wind. The map is blank before me. Where do I begin? No fear of what's uncertain. The unknown feels like home. With every step I'm finding.
You can see how the sellers are still kind of dictating what's happening here by a long way. Like I said, I'd like to see a sweep of the low and then a push high to show some kind of manipulation. And ultimately, I'd like this low to be taken out as well. So if we can get that done in 1 or 2 candles, that'll be good. If I do get into a trade, it's either going to be one winning trade of just going all the way back to kind of where price opened, or it's going to be a couple more trades. But just time-wise, I think I'm going to try and see if I can get one good more trade out, get my my losses back, and then hopefully some as well. I'll show you what I've been testing in the meantime. All right, we are having a big push down now. Something just happened. Someone just tweeted something. What's going on here?
Hi, my name is Bruno Breezy. I'm a creative coder.
Yeah, Melnik, I am looking for longs. I know I am going against the motion here. Like I explained yesterday, I have a certain trade strategy that I'm running, and I got to stick to it.
New techniques to learn or new images to create. Playing with it, I merge my interest in motion graphics and visuals with programming, so I can develop, draw, and animate.
I'll basically be trading the retest, but at the moment, because of how strongly it's pushing down, I think I'm gonna leave it to play out a little bit.
For quick, small projects and for big ones. In this domestic course, you will learn programming fundamentals by creating visuals with JavaScript.
So I'll show you what I've
Produce a series of visual compositions with code that can be implemented on a web browser.
what I have been back testing. I'll show you this.
I'll show you how to set up a text editor and how to run code in a browser.
So I've done a few of these back tests now against all market conditions. And even when the market's kind of against me, this is what it looks like. Let's just see if it actually loads.
After that, we'll create visuals using rotation and arcs, and then proceed to an animated sketch with moving agents and lines. I'll also show you how to export your artwork.
Let me just close this window. So normally, like even with the tough sessions, I'm getting on average like around a 50% win rate, which is not bad. And you can see this was I went all the way down to, I think it was like 95,000 or something like that, but still ended up passing. And the results are pretty good. You know, the results are good. And I'm not trading. I'm trading prop firms like a not trade by trade. It's more challenge by challenge, right? So as long as my system has an edge, I just keep pushing that. I think if I was trading my own capital, probably would be looking at slightly different strategy to this. The reason I use this specific strategy is because I know that every single day at this time, the New York session, 9:30 to 11 New York time, I can get in and I can get at least 3 half decent trades. And that's kind of what I look for. I look for three trades a day, and that's my setup. That's my my max. And yes, you are going to get days that you get 3 losers in a row, especially recently, right? Because generally speaking, I have been trading against the tide. And when you're trading against the tide, you know that it's it's a little bit more difficult. This actually is not a trade, even though I am breaking that. It's not a. I'm going to wait for this to come back, retest, and then hopefully break up higher. So I basically trade off market structure, right? So if I break structure, then I'll go in, because most of the time you're going to see price kind of revert to that opening price where it opened initially. And that's what I'm doing. I'm basically getting trades off of break of structure to revert back to that area. And I'm not looking for the whole move. I'm just looking in general. I'm looking for a 1 to 1.5. If I can see it's moving really nicely, I might push it for like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, just to get up all the way to the top. Because most days it is going to revert. Neothesis, you still there? I also think there's less volume today because, well, right now at least, because I think with the big news coming today, I think everyone's kind of holding. So this is kind of what a typical challenge where you're looking for 10% would go, right? With the strategy I'm using, and I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with losing the odd challenge as well, right? Because even if I'm getting like a 30% pass rate, which means I'm only passing 30% of the prop firms I take, and then I push for, you know, a 5% payout. I can reduce my my risk quite a lot, right? And I can trade for the whole month and still easily hit that 5%. You see with this one, this was I was actually risking 1% per trade on this one. And the max I got down to was 5,500, right? So I went down to close to 95,000. Had 4 losers in a row, which is kind of where I'm at now. 4 losers in a row. Well, I'm actually only two losses in a row because yesterday my last trade was a win. Yesterday I ended up with 1 loss, 1 break even, and 1 win, which put me. I'm only risking $500 per trade now because this is a funded account. So, you know, I'm putting a little less risk on the table. But I ended up with I think it was about maybe $200 in profit. So a small comeback from the day before, which was, I think it was like two or 3 losses. I think I might have taken 3 losses. So it's been a tough week for sure. You can see there's going to be days, right? There's going to be days where, like, I had 3 days in a row there, lost, which is kind of where I'm sitting at now. So it happens, right? You're going to see days where you are losing, but then at the same time, you can have, you know, 5 days in a row where you take win, even 2 days in a row where you're winning it's a good day, right? It's really good. So you've got to understand your probabilities. You've got to understand your numbers. And I've had a lot of people, you know, kind of jump on and watch me trade and then kind of think I'm crazy because I take 3 losses, and I'm not I never am stressed about it. I'm a pretty chill trader. I should have made that my channel name, Chill Trader. But I've been in the game for long enough that I don't trade with emotions. I trade with data. I have a system, I have a plan of action, and I stick to it. And that has done pretty well for me. You know, I kind of, at the moment, I'm going, you know, funded account at a time. I am going to be looking at sizing up. So if I get a payout from this account, I will reinvest and, you know, try jump that up to 2 or 3 funded accounts. I've got to just think about how I trade those. I could even copy trade, you know, because the system I trade now, a lot of people say don't copy trade because if you lose all of them, you know, you lose all of them. I don't mind that, right? Even if I have 3 accounts and I'm copy trading and I lose them all, I honestly don't mind because I'll just go again, right? Because if I win on all of them, you know, I can have a month where I'm taking 5 to 10 grand out on each of them, you know, and then that's like a 15 grand month. And then the next month I lose all accounts. But what have I actually lost? I've lost $500 on each, essentially. And most of the prop firms I use anyway, when I get my first payout, I will be getting my money back. So essentially, at that point, I'm playing with house money. You know, once you've got your funded account and you look for a small payout, you essentially just take your first payout whenever you can, 1,000, 2,000. Doesn't have to be a big payout. Just take your money, get your refund back, and at that point, it's house money, right? If you can get to 4 or 5 accounts like that, you trade with very little emotion, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. That's what I'm trying to prove, right? That there's going to be a lot of losing days, and a lot of people with prop firms, they kind of freak out when they lose accounts, especially funded accounts. But it also changes how people trade. If you allow it to get to you, it's gonna affect you big time. I think the hardest part with prop firm trading is finding a system that has an edge. That's the first thing, but then sticking to it. I think that's even harder than finding a strategy or a system that has an edge. Because once you've found it, how many people actually stick to it, right? Very few, and that's why the numbers are so bad with prop firms. But you've got to play the game because everyone plays the game like the prop firms want you to play, right? So you've got to turn it up a little bit, or change it up a little bit. Now, like I said as well, is I also use another system that I trade prop firms with. I'm not doing it at the moment, but that is automated, right? So, and it's the same concept, and it's actually where I learned the concept of trading prop firms this way, because once you see prop firms that way, it completely changes. It completely changes how you trade the prop firms, right? I trade without any emotions, and I've said this before. I don't trade with emotions at all. Um, I can lose a funded account. I can lose 3 or 4 challenges in a row, and it won't affect me. I'll just keep going, right? Because I know my numbers, and I know that these things are going to happen. You're going to have times where the market maybe doesn't quite agree with your strategy, but they don't last forever. Just going to remove these now because I know we've actually broken those lows. So this line here, this is my cutoff time. I don't trade anything after 11. Hopefully we can get into one more trade before that cutoff time happens. Like I said, I way prefer trading in a sideways market, or at least if I am trading with the trend. Let's say generally the price has been moving up, and the initial break at 9:30, or the initial push away, is down. Then I'm actually trading back with the trend, right? Then I do feel better about it. Like now I am swimming upstream a little bit, and I understand that. But I've traded markets like this where I've still had very good days. So, at the end of the day, you've got to stick with what you have back tested, and what your system is and what your strategy is. I'll show you yesterday's trades. So today I've taken 2 losses already. Yesterday we had the 594, then the break even, which we made a little bit of money. So we ended up closing about $100 up, right? So kind of a break even day, but still took a little bit of money. Like you walk away with $1 more than you did the day before, than you had, then it's still a good day. You're walking away with some cash. And that's the main thing. All good, near thesis, man. All good. You haven't missed much. It's been fairly quiet. We haven't had a setup yet, so no worries. I'm hoping to have one more setup before 11 New York time. So what have we got? We've got we're about 15 minutes, and hopefully we get into one more. All right, hopefully we can get this set up now. One last setup for the day. This has kind of been how the week has gone, to be honest. This has been pretty much the whole week, swimming upstream. But, yesterday was like this as well, and we walked away with $100. So, you're going to have days where you lose all 3 in markets like this, 100%. I'm just going to change my camera now because it's freaking out. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. This is looking better. if this trade were to go all the way and I were to let it go up to that initial opening price, if it were to go there, that would be a 1 to 7. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I think that would be pushing it too far. But there's a good chance it's not ready to pop yet, and we take another loss. And if that is the case, then that's going to be it for the day, guys. If this one does turn around, if it gets up to the 1 to 1, I might just go break even and then let it run. Let it run maybe up to a 1 to 3 if possible. Let me just move my face around here so you guys can actually see what's happening here. One thing that's also happening is, like, the more I trade these kind of markets, these conditions, the more I get a feel for, you know, a better time to go in. And I have been trading my rules, so trading when I know I have to. But, you know, if I were to kind of really look at fine tuning, I have a rough idea of where I can actually improve this, right? But that's something for the future anyway. And I want to be in the market a lot more before I even get to that. Okay, this is kind of bumping up in the right direction. Because how close we came to getting stopped out there, guys. I'm actually not quite where I need to be. Yeah, we came very close to getting stopped, but, you know, we haven't yet. We're still alive in this trade. So let's see if we can get a 1 to 1. 1 to 1.5 maybe, go break even, and then see if we can push this one. It is the final trade of the day anyway, so we might as well just, you know, let it ride. Let me know in the chat if you do trade New York. What do you normally trade? What pairs do you trade, and what sort of strategy do you normally trade? Would love to hear from you guys. Just want to see exactly where I entered here. It was price was, let me just put this exact price in. Two 27419, 27419, 27419. 27419. So that's more like where we actually entered the trade, I think, right? So we just were about there. So it's actually more like that, I think. The problem with today is the news. We've got some really big news coming up later, so I think markets are probably not going to be doing what they would normally do. But we'll see. I'd just love to see a little bit more volume come in now. I'd love to see just a big candle, just a sudden push up, a sudden just, you know. But I don't think we're going to see that because, like I said, the market is not really there right now. Let me just see if the other camera's working. Here we go. I can take this off because this is my final trade anyway, so I don't need that there. Keep it as clean as we can. So it's pushing against us now. Just going to change this to the actual window for now so we don't. All right, it is definitely just dancing around now. So if anything happens, I think it's gonna take some time. I mean, what I might even do is try get to the 1 to 2, which is essentially about there, which ultimately means I break even for the day. Which on a day like this, you know, I'll take that. I'll take a break-even day on a day that is like pushing against me like this, where I know I'm trading against the flow, swimming upstream, you know, like I said. But you know, if that's the case, if I have to take the break-even, I definitely will. Let me just sort this camera out. This camera keeps